Hello folks, it's the Anonymous Patriot back with another World of Tanks video. Surprisingly enough, this video does not feature my TOG 2 in action. I know, you love to see people getting TOG bagged, but there is something more awe-inspiring than the mighty HMS Tuna Salad teaching tank drivers to fear the TOG. And that is the finger of God. What is the finger of God, you ask? No, it's not an F5 tornado ripping through the Comarin map, though that would be kind of cool to happen during a battle. Maybe it's that secret weapon which World of Tanks gave away on April's Fool's Day, which, by the way, was only a special ribbon for killing 10 tanks on April 1st. And it's not Mount Vesuvius erupting while American forces lay a beating on the Axis forces in Italy either, though I think that having that map in World of Tanks would be awesome as hell. I wonder how many light tanks would try to climb the mountain and be destroyed by lava flows. No, the finger of God is something all tankers know and fear, and that is the artillery pieces in the game. Now, I've seen lots of people complain about artillery in World of Tanks. They have various names which they call it. Everything from sky cancer to scumbags. These are the people who usually get splatted by artillery and so massively butthurt that they have to resort to calling people names. Hey, it's not the fault of artillery. Their job is to rain shells down upon those idiotic individuals who sit out in the open thinking that a diligent arty man isn't going to fire on them. Learn how to use hard cover better, for Christ's sakes. Now, there are numerous tricks for protecting your tank from artillery, and one of the best guides for it was written by a homie of mine, Whistling Death, and posted on the World of Tanks forums. Of course, all the stat Nazi trolls had to leave ugly comments in the comment sections, but the guide to defeating artillery is a valuable one, especially since it was written by an artilleryman who happens to have Tier 10 artillery. Artillery in World of Tanks is very team dependent. Without scouts to light up position of enemy tanks, a self-propelled gun is pretty much blind. The view range on artillery is on the low side of shitty. In the first place, and artillery has easily the most shit armor in the game. Pretty much imagine driving a cardboard box with a big ass gun installed on it. Artillery's best and pretty much only defense is to hide well and not get spotted. This battle takes place on one of my favorite maps for artillery, the El Haluf map, which you may remember the pig from one of my TOG Top Gun videos. I'm driving my Tier 5 US M41 self-propelled gun in a Tier 7 battle, which only an hour before this battle took place I had earned my first mark of excellence during another Tier 7 battle. Now, normally in any other tank I hate being in a battle with tanks being 2 tiers higher than what I am driving, but that is not the case in artillery for me. I absolutely love being in higher tier battles in artillery. There's a couple of reasons for this. The first one is the reload times. In tiers higher than yours, almost every tank, and especially the heavy tanks, have a longer reload time on their guns, which means they don't move as fast. There is also a lot more hit points available when you hit these tanks with artillery. Another reason is that a lot of higher tier tankers have this misconception that their tank is impervious to artillery fire because of the higher thickness of their armor as compared to lower tier tanks. Just something to point out here. The armor of any tank is a lot thinner on top of the tank, and 99.99% of the time artillery is going to hit on the top of the tank. Anyway, in this battle, as you can see, I am the only artillery on our team, and I am the lowest tier of the match, right above our M5 Stuart light tank. Can only imagine that the M5 driver was cursing the matchmaker in this battle, but as I said, I love higher tier matches in my artillery, so I didn't mind at all. My team was outnumbered on heavy tanks and tank destroyers, but it was made up for by our medium tank contingent. The amount of clan members is roughly equal, and in this battle doesn't really play too much of a difference. In a lot of battles, if I see a lot of clan members on one side and not a lot on the other, I can pretty much bet which team is going to win. Unless there is someone who has a stroke of genius and carries the team. The only heavy tank that really worried me was the KV-85, as normally the KVs go to the A1 sector on top of the mountain. Once over that first ridge, a smart KV-85 driver can do a world of hurt. I wasn't so much worried about the T-29, as it wouldn't find very many spots to go hull down, which makes the T-29 a real monster with its thick turret armor. I had higher hopes seeing a Tiger 1 and a VK-36 on our team, so I wasn't too worried. The biggest trick on this map for artillery is finding a good firing position and not to get spotted. At the time of this battle, my crew on the M41 was not even completed their first perk yet, which I am working on the Brothers in Arms perk to shorten reloads times, much less even having the 6th Sense perk for the commander to tell if I have been spotted or not. So the matchmaker is fairly well balanced on a map where I feel comfortable in an artillery unit. And I knew where to hide on either base I found myself upon. So let's get to tanking. Well, here we are on the Pig. I'm on the north base, and this is my first arty replay, so forgive the camera angle. Oops, that's what I'm talking about. As you can see, I got the mark of excellence on the barrel of my M41 right here, and I could have went further back up on the hill to hide, but I actually like this one little spot right here. There's a bush to hide behind to camouflage me from the left, and this gives me almost a straight shot on the mountain. As you can see, I'm scoped in. I'm looking for targets, waiting for my aiming circle to stabilize, which it will directly. It takes a few minutes, even with a gun lane drive. It takes a few minutes for it to, takes a little while for it to go down. Oh, something come up on the radar. I turn and look to the south. It's a heavy tank down there. It is a KV-85. Just disappeared off radar. I just love it when that happens. Now I got 3 tank destroyers and a heavy tank on my south flank guarding from that, so I'm not really too worried about it at this point. And then I see this T-34 right here, or T-34-85, and I thought maybe I could get a shot in on him, but as the aiming circle shrinks, yeah, that's a real iffy shot. Oh look, it's a KV-1. He's already down to 61%. And I got my aiming circle right on him, and I waited. And I fire off a shot, and nothing. Well, I know that it hit him because there wasn't an explosion on the ground, but I didn't get a penetration noise from it, so I know I hit him though. Going back up here, well, I was going to go back up there and look, but I go down to see if I can get a shot on this KV-85, who is down to 58%, and he disappears off our radar. Big surprise. Looking back up on the mountain, I'm reloaded. There's a T-29 and a T-150. The T-150's at 53%. And the T-29's at 100. Got a tank destroyer and a medium tank up there. I'm reloaded. And for some reason I thought I was going to try to get on this T-34 again. Somebody killed him. Oh look, it's that KV-1. He's at 21%. I scoped right in on him. I got a good aiming circle. I fired. Oh, he disappeared.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Blind shot, baby. Blind shot. Gotta love that. So I thought maybe I could get a shot in here. I could hit the... I can hit the T-150 as soon as I reload. This is a real iffy shot. But I take it anyway. And I got him for 270. Hit him right in the tailpipe. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. And it's not looking very good for our team right now. It's a 4-8. And I've lost 2 tank destroyers. And I got a KV-85 and a Lux on my south flank. I'm reloaded, so I take a shot. Where it is? There it is. I took a shot there and missed right over his back deck. That kind of sucked. Wished I would have hit him there. The reload time is about 21.5 seconds on my M41 right now. That's without the Brothers in Arms perk. Now, there's a tank destroyer coming up, and he is attacking the... Took another shot there at the KV-85 and missed. Now it looks like I got 2 tank destroyers on my south flank there. A Hellcat and a T-67. And I haven't reloaded yet. And that T-67 is down to 32%. I took a quick shot and got him on the move while he was backing up. That's awesome. Now I was getting a little worried because now I'm down to 2 tank destroyers and a heavy tank, and the heavy tank just got destroyed. I take a shot right here. As soon as it reloads, I took a shot at the Hellcat right in the side for 446 damage. I'm at 4 kills right now. And I was getting kind of worried because it's 9-12. And I'm the only one with very many kills on the team, which is unusual. Oh, look. It's got to be that KV-85. Yep, there he is. Oh, he's got that Luke's backing him up, who's at 61%. KV-85 is only at 31%. And I took a shot, and I got him for 265 damage. And the Luke's decides, well, I'm all by myself. I'm going to hide from that Artie. He's doing really well because he can see how many kills I got. Back up on the mountain, we got the T-29. Well, and there was a scout, but the tank destroyer got him and disappeared. And I looked and I saw a medium tank on my south flank, and I was getting a little worried about that because there's only a Wolverine in between me and him.
We're immobilized.
He took a shot at me, and I snapshotted him for 460 damage. That gave me 6 kills, and that's a Top Gun medal. The score's 12-13. The T-29 was only at 18%, and I got 1 tank destroyer left, a full health Nashorn. I won't make it. Oh, the M41 shot me. I took a shot on the T-29, and I used my repair kit to fix my track to get out of Dodge because I didn't want that enemy M41 to destroy me. And as you can see over in the battle chat, they're praising me with for how well I did. You know, great job, guys. Unami says, "Sword, fuck the world." Yeah, pretty much. I was like, fuck it. I gotta move. The only thing left, we brought it back. It's 13-13. We brought it back, and we've got a Luke's light tank, which is about half dead already, and a full strength Artie. And I figured, well, I'll just roll on up through the graveyard of tanks here. And this always takes so long, you know, but the M41 has pretty good speed in a straight line, and I'm going just as fast as I can. The Nashorn's going down through the south around the mountains. which is probably a good idea, because if the Nashorn manages to spot something, I can take a shot on it. Oh look, here's the corner everybody fights over with a bunch of hulking wrecks, and they were all my team. Good job, guys. Great job. Y'all died. Have a nice day. So now it's a straight shot into their base from right here. And I come up through here, and there's some more wrecks over here on my left, and here comes a few more wrecks. Oh look, it's that T-150 I shot in the ass and destroyed. He thought he was going to hide from me. I got up here and I considered hiding in this bush ahead of me, you know, and just taking shots where I need to. Then I said, nah, I'm just going to go for cap. And somebody asks in battle chat if we should cap, and I'm like, well, affirmative. So the Nashorn goes in cap, and that will draw them back. And I thought, well, maybe I can get a shot in on this artillery. No, the Nashorn got him. All that's left is that little Luke's, who is down to 15%. Ooh, he must be feeling real bad. So I take a shot on him, blind shot, just to kind of scare him. And I back up. And I said, well, you know, I'll be reloaded by the time I get up there. Maybe the Nashorn can hold off the Luke's. And Luke's trying to get behind him, and he rams him. Really? That's the stupidest move I've ever seen. Sorry about your luck. Guess you weren't too cute to die, Luke's. Okay, let's take a look at the battle results. I made 21,474 credits and 899 experience points off of this battle. I got the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, this being only my third Ace Tanker and my second one in an artillery unit. My first one in Arty was while I was driving the M37, but after having received my first mark of excellence in the M41 and then getting an Ace Tanker in this, I am pretty sure I'm going to end up keeping the M41 for now, at least as a trainer tank for future U.S. artillery crews. I got the Bruiser token, something which I nearly always get in an artillery unit because the high explosive shells tend to beat the living shit out of anything I hit. And finally, I got the Top Gun medal for killing 6 enemy tanks. I should note that the ones that I did kill and at the right times is what turned the entire match around for my team. Thank you to all those who were nice enough to sit still long enough for me to plant a shell into you. Looking at the team scores, the only ones to survive the battle were myself and the Nashorn. I got 6 kills for 1,339 damage, and the Nashorn didn't do too bad for itself either, with 4 kills for an even 1,000 damage, making up for 10 kills out of 15 between us. Out of the rest of our team, 4 of them scored over 1,000 points of damage. Stug 3 didn't churn in anything, which is sad. Yo, homie, you should consider using auto-aim, I think, you know, just saying. On the enemy team, the tanks I did kill turned out to be some of the top scoring people on their team, with the exception of the KV-1, who pulled the utterly noob move of camping in the rear instead of going up the mountain or following the KV-85. He thought he was safe, but you are not safe from the finger of God if you are dumb enough to camp right out in the open spot like that. I understand he was probably a bit intimidated being in a Tier 5 KV-1 in a Tier 7 match, but that still shouldn't stop him from contributing. Remember what I said, camping is only useful if you are consistently doing damage to the enemy while you are camping. I don't call camping in the back and only doing 209 damage being very useful to your team. The rest of their team didn't really do anything special to speak of. I don't know for sure, but I am betting their team battle chat was awash with cries of indignation at over how good I was doing in my artillery unit. I kinda like to see this replay from the other side of the fence, but I'm pretty sure that no one would want to save this replay for themselves. It was a real last-second nail-biter though, wasn't it? And finally, the detailed report. I fired off 11 shots, 7 of which hit their target, and I landed one for some splash damage, which may have been on the loose, not really sure, but I will take it. I did 1,339 damage, 890 of which was from a distance of more than 300 meters. Pretty sure that M4 rushing me was pretty ticked off he got shotgunned by an arty like that. I only took 2 hits from splash damage from their artillery, which I might add was lower in elevation than I was, so his aiming circle was most likely stretched out into an oval shape. It's at that point where RNG plays a big role when using artillery. There's only about a 30% chance of hitting your target. I made 21,474 credits, and after a modest 592 repair costs, I ended up with 20,882 credits for this battle. Not a bad haul for a tier 5 artillery and a tier 7 match, if I do say so myself. This battle took place on March 31st, 2015 at 7:38 in the evening on the East server. Well folks, this has been the Anonymous Patriot with another installment in my World of Tanks playlist. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like and a share, as it really helps my channel out and helps me inch closer to buying a new computer so I can get away from that horrible frame rate. And for those of you playing World of Tanks, if you see my artillery unit, hide better. Because it doesn't matter if I like you or not. Given the opportunity to shell you, I will. Have fun and good luck, tankers.